Sorry, the show hasn't started yet because Odie told me to hit the video, and it wasn't time to hit the video yet. It was not. So, I mean, there's that.
Technology!
Welcome into the Upstate Pulse. My name is Lonzo. It is a beautiful Saturday night. Yes, I know the rain is past us, or it may be around us a little bit. I don't care. Rain is good. You know, rain replenishes the earth. It causes your creeks and your ponds and your oceans and your rivers and your tributaries and your deltas and your wells and your watering holes.
This moment of geography has been brought to you in part by the letter 5 and the number purple.
Very well done.
Pappy endorses us.
Wow. Welcome into the show, everybody. We are going to have a fun time tonight. So many things.
We're going to Wang Chung tonight?
Yeah, we might Wang Chung tonight.
Is that the royal we?
Yes, we. No, it was all of us.
Ah.
Yeah, the royal we is included in that. But yes, all of us. We are going to have fun tonight. Here's what we're going to do tonight.
What we're going to do tonight?
What we're going to do tonight,
we're going to try to. We can't. He can't do that because he's been eliminated.
Oh, he's been.
We are going to.
Eliminated.
We're going to get to our brackets. We're going to talk about. We were going to talk about someone getting nerfed, but we are short a person, and the royal we have decreed
the royal we have
that
decreed
someone cannot face the wall whilst only 2 people shoot.
3 men enter, 1 man leaves.
It's a stay of execution because we don't have enough.
But I will tell you, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and the X at either the Upstate Pulse or 98.9 WRD. In the background, you can see behind Odie my new Nerf gun. And I'm pretty sad. He almost strangled himself. I'm pretty sad that we're not going to get to use it today. Although I could still use it. It's
there's so much.
If you're looking on the stream, I mean, look at it. It's a thing of beauty.
And here's the thing about that thing of beauty. All the ones made by that company will all connect. So there's a picture on the back of the box. Oh, please be careful. There's a picture on the back of the box that shows them all connected, including one with the tripod. And so I can imagine looking and seeing like 6 guns. You know when Jim Carrey in the Mask pulls out the guns and there's all those guns? That's what that looks like if it's connected.
Kind of is.
Yes. It would be amazing. But we're not going to do it tonight, so I guess we're going to do it next week. It's all right. I know who's getting shot, and you can wait till next week. And who knows, maybe we can get some extra people in here because the more people, the merrier. Maybe I put it off to when Rob Young from Borderlands Comics and Games is here because he's going to be here in 2 weeks to talk about South Carolina Comic-Con. You know about, I don't know if you knew about South Carolina Comic-Con, but it is coming up very, very soon, just a few weeks away.
So my plan for the Will Shatner hug, I mean, it's well underway. I've got the schematics lined up. I've got people ready. The hug will happen. I'm not sure how it'll happen and when it's going to go down, but the Shatner hug will happen. Oh yes.
By the way, on stream, Viper Dave says creeks, not cricks. Yeah, I know. I'm just making. I don't call them cricks. I would never do that. I call them creeks.
You can enter the creek.
I've heard
wash things there.
Yeah, you wash things in the creeks. Yeah, I absolutely do. At least I've heard tell that happens that way.
William Tell?
No, he's dead. Also on tonight's show, we're going to continue our Upstate Pulse Sidekick bracket, finishing up the second round so we can get to the third round. We've got an entire side to go. And Matthew's not here, but that's okay because Cameron today was playing Dungeons and Dragons, and he had some, if not one, of his buddies.
I polled the entire room.
It was a polling.
Okay.
So
I did it by vote. I had 5 people there, so there were no ties, unlike here.
Where there may be ties, and if there are ties, I'll explain what we're going to do about that later. Cameron and I are going to break down first couple episodes of The Last Airbender and the live action. We are going to do an Ask Odie because Odie did something yesterday.
Oh yeah,
that we're going to ask him about him doing that and the differences between doing that in front of an American audience.
That was scary.
And an Irish audience. We're going to talk about that. We also have Nerd Roundtable. And if you want to be a part of the show, I already told you about the stream. You can also text us at 71307. That number, very important. You need to keep that number. I go ahead, if you don't have it, programmed into your phone, go ahead and do that, because no, we're not giving anything away, but we're giving you a chance.
Yes, we're giving the chance for them to interact 100% and fully on the show. That is a massive prize.
Well, that is true.
Yeah.
You are absolutely right.
They get us.
Mark says, hey guys, shout out to Kid Flaccid. Alonzo, what do you think of the biggest news in pro wrestling, Okada signing on to AEW? Is it though, Mark? Here's the thing. I know New Japan's a big deal, but I think the average wrestling fan is into WWE, kind of into AEW, but not as big of the diehards know who he is. I know who he is because of Patrick Brown telling me about New Japan Wrestling many years ago, and I've seen bits and pieces. Without that, we wouldn't have Kenny Omega, we wouldn't have the Young Bucks, we wouldn't have Will Ospreay, we wouldn't have a lot of guys. Okada is supposed to be really good. I've only seen him wrestle a couple times. Didn't see any of the Wrestle Kingdoms or any of that kind of stuff. I've heard that there were 5-star matches, and so we'll see coming up in the future. Hopefully, they actually have some people show up to watch those. Something WWE doesn't have to worry about right now, and AEW has to figure out how to fix. My solution is better storylines. The wrestling is great, but there is no story. I think you need a mix of story, good wrestling, drama, and some comedy. It's like it's a show.
Mm-hmm.
You want the full show, not just part of it. It's like, even though John Wick is an amazing series of movies,
mm-hmm.
but without the story behind it, it's just people showing up and shooting people.
And what's wrong with that?
I want to know motivation.
Because it's John Wick, and it was expletive pencil.
But without the dog dying, without that story, you wouldn't know why he's doing everything he's doing.
We were having a good conversation, and you had to mention the dog dying.
I know, but that was his motivation.
And I bet.
Doesn't that make you want to go on a revenge mission?
See, that is the point. That's the point. In AEW, there isn't story. They just show up and wrestle. We need some better storylines, and I think they'll get more crowds there.
What if they weld a dog onto something?
Just stop it. We decided against that, and it's all your fault.
Dog welder.
Because the dog welder thing really offended you to a degree where I'm just like, okay, we're not doing that. All right, fine. I don't want Odie upset because angry Irishmen are it's a sight.
So Odie's arch nemesis is dog welder.
Yes,
dog
yes,
welder,
it is
for sure. So if you were going to go
Rottweiler hands.
if you were going to go to South Carolina Comic-Con and you were going to cosplay, do not do it as dog welder. Speaking of South Carolina Comic-Con, so many guests. We're hoping to get some of those guests on the air. We're working for it, towards it, all that kind of stuff right now. And if we can, we will bring them to you live. If not, we will record them and play them to you live on the air. And looking forward to that. If you've never been to South Carolina Comic-Con, you need to go. And we're going to give you a lot more details when Rob Young is on the show in a couple of weeks. Right now, what I want to do is we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the passing of an icon. You are listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. Also, we're continuing live on the stream, so check it out. I'm afraid to push any buttons or because the cameras went off 3 times and I've had to reboot the entire computer. It's sabotage.
Is there something in there?
No, sorry.
So apparently the people on the
You're welcome to some Diet Dr. Pepper, but I know you don't like it.
Yep.
There's water in there. You can have the water.
Apparently the people on the text line are really telling me not to go near to try and hug Will Shatner.
Yeah,
I'm not going to.
Yeah, it was a joke. I bet if anybody has a security guard, it's Bill.
Oh, yeah. Phaser's not set to stun.
No. Although Odie getting clotheslined in front of William Shatner would be very entertaining.
Would be.
I mean, it might be worth
hilarious.
It might just be worth it. But you let us know. Let us know before you do that, so cameras will be rolling.
If we help Will Shatner in this case, take down.
No. You can't help.
Then it's not natural anymore. Daggone it!
Why'd you hit it?
I didn't. I hit something over here. Why would something over here cause it to go down?
I don't know. We still have sound.
We still have sound, I believe. Let us know if we still have sound.
We do, I think. Steve, I want to know why you want exactly.
Now we do. Now it's back.
And now he's back from outer space.
So
just
this
walked
computer
in.
was designed for something. Other people are using
Stop
it
it.
for something else, and they're moving things around. And I think we may have some loose wires. So,
I've lots of loose wires.
so apparently, I can't touch anything over here.
Is that why you twitch?
So I'm going to try to move stuff from over here to over
Makes
here.
sense.
And now you're back from outer space. I just walked in. There
Okay.
is a glitch in the Matrix.
Yes.
Steve, why do you want $57 in particular?
All right.
He said he wants to win $57.
Yeah, it has to do with the Rob Brown show and the fact that Rob
Doesn't carry, man. Doesn't carry over.
It does carry. Because we're going to be talking about that later. We're going to be talking about the fight between Mike Tyson and the Paul brother. Not
I will
Logan, the other one.
watch
Yeah.
The ever living almighty
Right.
out of that.
That's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Rob went off because he was 57 years old, and he got pretty angry about it to the point where, he says management had to talk with him. So
Who, Iron Mike's 57?
yeah.
Yeah.
And so some people started doing research and things to make the number 57 show up on the
57.
show yesterday, and it was amazing. It was great work, Steven, and everybody else.
Yeah, but is it not free on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to watch it.
No, but anyway, you had to be there. You're not getting what I'm saying.
No.
So the number
That
57.
already happened, didn't it?
Oh, you're 57.
No,
No.
Mike Tyson is 57.
Okay. I
And
don't.
Rob
listen,
Brown made a big deal
I'm-
because he's 57 years old. It doesn't count. It's like, yeah, but he's Mike Tyson, dude.
Yeah, it is Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Rob Zombie.
Have you seen Mike Tyson training right now at 57 years old?
You beat the mess out of all of us.
I wouldn't go at Mike Tyson with a big stick. With a pointy nail coming out at the end of it.
I would not assault Mike Tyson with a pipe wrench. I would not.
Do you like green eggs and ham? Yes, but not near Mike Tyson because he'd kick your butt.
Say, yo,
Yes.
Mike, what's up?
Mike, if you're listening, hi.
I rooted for you against Buster Douglas. I don't know what happened.
Odie makes fun of your lisp.
What?
Nothing.
Odie said In the Air Tonight is a horrible song. Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo here along with Odie and Cameron. Do not fear. We are going to get into our Sidekick bracket in just a little bit. But first, let us talk about the passing of an icon. I woke up yesterday, saw the news that Akira Toriyama had passed at 68. And this was a big deal for a lot of people all over the world. He had a bunch of creations, including Blue Dragon, Chrono Trigger, Dragon Quest. All those are video games. But of course, most famous for being the creator of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and all the iterations of that. And it has a special place for me because when Cameron was younger and I was watching stuff with him, which you should find out what your kids are watching. And Dragon Ball showed up and we started watching it. It was Dragon Ball Z actually. And we started getting into it. I started getting into it. I've been an anime fan on and off since Speed Racer when I was a little kid. So Cameron was really, really into it. It's like, okay. And then I started really liking it. I loved the story and started collecting things. I had a bunch of statues, action figures, all that kind of stuff. And so does he. And it was a way for us
I had a whole box full of them.
It was a way for us to connect. And also what that show did, it caught fire in America. And once it caught fire in America, it caught fire all over the world to the point where, if you saw anything on social media yesterday, they were mourning his loss in China, in Mexico. And I don't know if this is real or not, but according to the internet, which means it could be true, Mexican cartels declared a ceasefire in honor to mourn the death of Akira Toriyama.
By the way, Dragon Ball is incredibly huge in Mexico.
In Mexico, it is. So when I saw that, I'm like, I kind of believe it.
Yeah, I mean, like when someone of that importance passes, you don't know how it touches everybody. I mean, you don't know. I mean, the people could have people could have been reading his early stuff like Dr. Slump and could have like the stuff he done back in the late 70s. There's loads of different genres that he has touched and loads of different people that he has touched as well. And it's, it will affect lots of different people. And as you say, if the cartels are big into it and if Dragon Ball is massive in Mexico, then you think of all those guys that are in the cartels and they're like, let's have a ceasefire for that.
Yeah, if you walk into the Nerd Cave right now, you will see the majority of the Funko Pops that I have in there are all Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super stuff. And I also have posters on the wall and everything. It's been and still is my favorite anime of all time. And I think it's one of those things that a lot of people agree on, which is weird to find something that people all over the world really love.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Dragon Ball has been. So it was really sad to see that he had passed, and 68 seems so young. You're furrowing your brow, but 68, as I get older, 68 doesn't seem that old to me.
The goalposts are moving.
Yeah, the goalposts will move.
I was furrowing. I was reading the text.
Okay. Do we have any text that you want to read?
We do. Yeah. So one guy is saying,
if you're off topic, that's fine.
No. Yeah. Well, yeah. He's saying good luck with the hug because apparently Shatner will. Well, things will happen to me.
Here's the thing. You got to be careful with things that are on top of his head. So I mean, if that moves a little bit, you're just getting.
I mean, that rug really ties the room.
We talked about on the stream that if Odie did it and he got taken out by, I mean, not taken out, but clotheslined or something by William Shatner's security guards, and we got that on camera, that would be a great boost for the show.
Yes, it would.
It would. We would never try to set something like that up.
Never.
Yeah. So anyway, don't. By the way, if you're going to South Carolina Comic-Con, do not try to do anything like that. Mm-hmm. The lines are nice and orderly. It's always been a really good time, and just be cordial and be nice. So William Shatner will be there, and you've got a chance to get some autographs.
Just other stuff on the text line as well, 71307. We're the Pulse, and we're just a little bit out there, and we don't really do the politicking.
No, don't read politics.
No. So, I mean, look, you can send it in and you can give me something to read, but yeah, we don't.
We have award-winning programming all during the week, including Tara and Charlie.
Tara and Bill and Charlie.
And yes, Bill is he's going to win some this year. I got a feeling.
The hearts and minds of everybody.
Well, he's already got that.
He kind of does.
And he also has an arsenal. So be nice to him. And still the best rendition of Night Before Christmas I've ever heard.
The Mossberg 12 gauge pump with
his is beige.
His is beige.
Yes, it's the standout line from the entire thing.
Yeah,
which someone tried to get me to take out, but I did not because it was amazing.
To switch this back to the Toriyama conversation.
Sorry, yeah.
One thing that really hit me that I hadn't really thought about until I was talking with some of my buddies, but he was working on so much stuff, and it's the realization that Dragon Ball was still alive. Dragon Ball was still going. There's been plenty of manga that's come out since Super ended.
Yeah, the manga hasn't stopped.
Yeah, and like we've been getting movies and stuff. Toriyama had been working on quite a few things, but now it's just.
And here's the other thing.
Gone.
I've had this conversation on the air before, but to me, there are two things that are today's art, and that is obviously, three things. Comic books, animated shows like Dragon Ball Z, and video games. And I think that's today's art. I mean, if it's where Picasso is now, it's where all the famous artists, it's where Van Gogh or Van Gogh it would be right now. It's where all the major artists would be right now, not peeing in a jar and putting it in a art gallery and saying that's art. Although to some people it might be, because art is subjective and it's in the eye of the beholder. But just like some people,
beholders aren't very nice, though.
Some ugly people are considered beautiful by other people.
Well, if you're a beholder, your chances are you're going to get stung at some stage.
That's fair. That's a good point.
I don't know.
A little bit punny.
I don't know. I think
depends on if you have a bee suit on.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're wearing the right equipment, you're probably not going to get stung. I mean, that's just how that works. So anyway, shout out to everyone who's ever been affected by anything that Akira Toriyama did, and I'm sure Dragon Ball Z will continue on, and look forward to when Super is back and the next movie.
Do you think you'll notice the difference?
Art style wise, no. Story wise, we'll see.
Probably. Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, the question is, did he write out enough? Did he finish what the
I think
current
yes,
arc
and
is?
that's my point. He might have quite a bit of back catalog built up, quite a lot of work that's yet to be released. And when that, so we'll say it could possibly go out until 2026, 27. When that dries up, then will you start to, or will you notice a slight change coming between now and then?
Well, since the manga continued, it depends on how long that arc went with the next arc, because they can do a whole lot more with that. And it takes them a while, even with computer technology, to get an anime done, especially an anime series, because it will come out in Japan first with Japanese voice actors, and it comes over here and they have to redo it and match the voice flaps, which we have been told is very fun to do. We've been told by a couple guys who are on Dragon Ball Z, Rager Rager and Josh Martin. I still don't remember which one's the right way. Do you?
No, because you always do that.
Well, because I can't remember. I can't, and he wouldn't tell me. So
no, and he has fun with
that. The voice of Hercule and the voice of Majin Buu.
Rager just sounds more fun.
It does. And
I feel like that fits
he was having one
more.
while he was on the show with us. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we are going to get to the bracket, try to finish up the second round. You are listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas. Mark, I think Ospreay is a bigger deal than Okada right now, because the match that he had Wednesday night was it's my match of the year so far.
Danny, maybe he hasn't.
No, I'm pretty sure he's been attached to the manga. I could be wrong.
Yeah, Danny, you're so wrong. Danny, you're so wrong that people are going to write songs about how wrong you are.
Do you know Danny?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Lonzo's face when I started insulting.
No.
You know,
have you ever sang "Oh Danny Boy" to Danny before?
The pipes. He's actually Irish as well. The pipes.
Well, I kind of guessed that. Was that Smith or Smith?
Well, some people over here call it
Danny Boy.
I'm not talking to Danny today because one of his cousins scored the winning point against Ireland in the rugby.
Not that. Cursed pipes.
Danny, I'm not talking to you.
By the way, Scott, I don't know about another strike. I hope there's not another one. I don't know if the theater is really alive anymore anyway. Although Barbie and Oppenheimer would say, yeah, it is.
And Dune.
I haven't checked to see how well Dune is done. It was
From what I've heard, it's been doing pretty good.
It's a good movie, but speaking of Danny, that was her name, wasn't it?
No, Johnny.
Johnny, whatever her name was.
Johnny, not Johnny.
Johnny Five?
He's alive. No, I know.
Their peeps are good.
That
by the way,
that Atreides is the bad guy. I get that.
By the way, they've made so many memes out of Stilgar going, Lisa Nagalib. Like someone just like doing something mundane and then just putting him right there.
Danny, that word that you just
he breathes
me,
differently.
Don't put it on
He is
our
man.
Yeah, Jeff, we really enjoyed it. Our only thing that we regret, or I regret, I'm going to assume we both regret, is that we didn't see it in IMAX.
Yeah, it's both of us. Yeah, never mind.
But we wanted to see Dune Part 2.
Oh, yeah.
Because I kept mentioning that several times in the theater.
Is it good?
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's very good.
Does it tie everything together?
It's only the second part.
Yeah.
It's
second part of 2.
No.
Second part of a few.
You never know. You could be.
There could be 5. Who knows? It's more than 2. That's all I can say.
Danny, you can text that word in if you want.
No, I can.
71307.
I can't do it for 2. Charlie Bucket. See, you got me. I won't do my English accent anymore because you look at me and it just.
I'm looking at you because I'm like,
yeah.
How's it going to go now today? And it probably will, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, well, it's too bad. You hurt me. You cut me deeply, sir. I thought I had. No, don't touch me. I thought I had a decent English accent, and you just shot it down. Now I can't do it anymore. I've lost.
Would you
my
like
confidence.
to choose me as your champion? To
no,
strike down
no,
this?
I don't need a champion.
Strike me down, and I shall only return twice as powerful.
I was trying to do the teacher from Willy Wonka.
What? 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 What?
You don't remember the teacher from Willy Wonka?
I do.
When they were
Odie?
talking about percentages.
Yeah, but he couldn't do one chocolate
He
bar.
couldn't do 2 chocolate bars.
2 chocolate
Because
bars.
Charlie only had 2. Because Charlie was dirt poor.
You're dirt poor.
Odie, let's
Like
face
me.
it, you're no Jedi.
Hi. Get out.
We're all Sith in here.
No, I'm a Jedi.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, but he's dead.
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo, Odie, and Cameron here.
Hello.
Matthew couldn't make it tonight, and hopefully he'll be back next week. Because of that, there will be no Nerf wall tonight. So if you see the assortment of Nerf guns behind Odie on the stream on YouTube, Twitch, X, or Facebook at either the Upstate Pulse or 98.9, if you see the 98.9 WRD, if you see those, well, they're just window dressing.
For tonight, anyway.
For
They
I
sit
mean-
there in disappointment.
We could have a standoff after the show, though. We could do that.
We can go into the hallway and do a quick draw.
Why do that in there? We can do it in here.
Okay, we'll do a quick draw.
Well,
in
we could
here.
do. I've always wanted to
All
do
right,
a game
all right.
with some GoPros out in the hallway if we had GoPros. I
10
mean,
paces. Single
Yeah.
shot Nerf guns.
I might have 2 GoPros on my car.
really,
Yes.
really, huh?
I don't know
Okay.
if they're charged up, but I might. Maybe during
But
the
A GoPro live in the hallway. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's possible. It is possible. All right. If you are tuning in for the Upstate Pulse annual bracket, this is our 9th one, because I guess that means we've been around 9 years or 10 years. I don't know if we did it the first year or not, but we're going to go with this is our 9th year.
It's the 9th. I think it's
dude,
like 1
you
year
weren't
since
here. You were like in elementary school.
You don't know, man. You
Yeah.
weren't there,
You
kid.
didn't even go here then.
Yeah, you're more of a blow-in than I am, and I'm the biggest blow-in here because I ain't even from around these parts.
You're definitely a big blow-in. That's
Tell
for
you
sure.
what,
Blow in. Okay, that's I did. I did not know what that was until
foreigners.
within the context. I figured it out.
Yeah,
because I'm semi.
I feel like the old guys are just ganging up on me for some reason.
Well, I think you came in here after playing D&D and you think that you're like still in the session, and you're not. Well, you are still kind of. All right, let us get to it.
I've just moved to a different area.
Yes,
I just want to talk about blow-ins for a second. Is when the Emerald Isle pushes another little leprechaun all the way to America to discover the Americans. That's about it.
Okay, all right. So that would imply that you are a leprechaun that blew in.
All the way from the Emerald Isle, where that music plays 24/7. It's really annoying.
Is that like the birds chirping
It's
essentially?
just
Is that
like-
like the
yeah.
background
It
ambience?
just there's orchestras on every street corner just playing this music 24/7. I don't know how they all keep it in sync, but
Is
they
it
do.
is it the fairies that do this, or is it like old guys who just can't die?
Yes.
Both?
Yeah, on.
All right,
Four
all
of
right.
them, all 5 of them.
Enough about the Fae before they show up in this room, and then Odie will be the only one that can protect us. And then we
I
have
was
to
about to
trust
say, the
him.
fae's already here.
So we have to trust him to
I
protect
don't know
us.
all of the spells. They change every fortnight.
Ah.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
seems like a bad idea.
Yeah,
like,
it's just not good. I mean, well,
You know,
it's like
it's
changing your
to-
password. You
It's
don't-
to stop
it's
the
like,
English getting them.
well, yeah, and
but if you
and
change it, every,
counterspell. If you know what the spell is, you can counterspell. So if they change it up, then you're not going to know what's coming. So,
Oh no, I can't count either.
Oh, well, that's also a problem.
Yeah.
I feel like the American magic work is a little bit easier because we usually keep it a little bit more standard.
Yeah, and we don't
Merkman.
use a stinking metric system.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
come on. All right, let us get to our sidekick bracket. And here's the thing: if this is your first time listening,
Segway.
every year we crown a champion of something with brackets because that's what you do in March. I don't know why, because something happens in March that uses brackets. Anyhow, if you want to know what that is, tune into our sister station or brother station, rather, 97.1 or 97.7 The Fan, where you can catch me Monday through Friday 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on the Rob Brown Show.
How did they get that name?
They asked the fairies.
Yes, I was going to say it's fairy involved for sure. All right, so here's the thing.
That's very funny.
Yes, I know, very much. I am going to tell you how to be a part of this. Text line is 71307. So if there should be a tie, we will go to the text line, and the first person to text in that particular sidekick, that's the one that goes through. It is the most hated form of tiebreaker in this building. You mentioned it, people get disgusted. They haven't spit on the floor in front of me, but they may do it behind me, and I just don't know it.
I don't think anybody would like aggro you to your face.
They might. I'm getting older.
If they were Italian grannies, they definitely would.
Oh, yeah, there might be you're choking on blood type thing also. It's all right. So it's a
hey, you don't know. It's the Italian thing, and the granny, she spit on the ground in front of you.
Yeah.
Does Granny need like medical attention? If she's
that's a curse.
All right. So if you're looking at the stream, you may say, I ain't good at math there, Alonzo, but you got 3 people there in the building. I don't know how in the world there could be one of them there ties. Well, we had someone else pick, and that was my Southern impersonation of Odie doing a Southern accent.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
Not quite as high pitched.
I don't have the Irish in behind it to really nail it. But
just find where the cameras
you
need to have like more wistful dales behind you.
Dude, a few more years you're gonna have it down. So
I will.
Because like anything else, you work at it till you perfect it. All right.
Sometimes.
See, I was heading towards a compliment, and then you wanted to throw up other sign language towards me. That's really hurtful. All right, let us start
communicating. That's what we're doing.
That's what we do.
I always take that as more of a proposition than
well, you're single. All right, let us go with our first matchup, and that is your mom's gonna hurt me for that one. Our first matchup is Robin, Dick Grayson, the original Robin, going up against Jimmy Olsen, Superman sidekick, or more Clark Kent sidekick, Jimmy Olsen. All right, Robin, the like I said, not only a Batman sidekick, but from my understanding, the original sidekick in all of comic books. And I could be wrong. At least in DC, the original. What are you confused about?
I'm missing names and words. Sorry, don't worry.
Didn't I write Robin at the top of your thing? It's the only one that's chopped off.
I keep forgetting that we're already into the first bracket because
we're on the right side.
Yeah, I know we're on the right side,
okay,
but for me, because I don't have the names in, it's Robin versus Skeets, who's already gone.
What? I thought I printed out one that was. Oh, I guess I didn't. My bad. No, these are all like that. I printed out the wrong one. My bad.
That's okay. Still love you.
So you're just gonna have to go with what I say.
I'll go with what you say.
Although Cameron, if you had those extra ones, but it has the ones written in that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to disrupt everything.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. We'll just go with.
Don't worry about it.
Listen to it.
Yeah, I'll just listen to words.
All right. You know who Robin is?
Yes.
You know who Jimmy Olsen is?
Yeah.
All right.
Like either of them.
So who are you going with?
I don't like either of them. So I know. I tell you what. I go with Jimmy because he's a photographer. I'm a photographer. There you go.
Okay. All right. I am going to go with Robin because I think he's a better sidekick. Cameron, who you got?
I also went with Robin because I feel like he's a lot more dependable. And my friends from the D&D group thought the same.
So Robin, Dick Grayson, goes through, and Jimmy Olsen making it to the second round, I think was kind of a shock anyway. All right, let us move on to our next matchup. It is Scrappy Doo versus Woodstock. All right, Scrappy Doo. I never got why people hated Scrappy so much. I thought he was okay. Although he's like back in the day when sitcoms, when like Brady Bunch and some other sitcoms, when they got older, the kids got older. So they added the little kid to appeal to other little kids, which didn't work out for the Brady Bunch, but it works out for some cartoons. If it didn't, we would never have gotten Tiny Toons, which was amazing.
Yes, it was.
So Scrappy Doo, the villain of the live action movie, but we're not talking about that. We are talking about the cartoon.
I didn't think it was that bad when I was a kid.
Yeah. I think when you're a kid, you love Scrappy Doo because he's a puppy. He's got that little kid voice. He's got that. He's always willing to jump in there and get things done. And Scrappy Doo is going up against Woodstock. Woodstock is, from what I understand, an awesome concert, but that's not what we're talking about. although that's what Woodstock's name was based on. He's that little yellow bird who is Snoopy's sidekick, who can fly upside down and sometimes flies into walls and things like that. And yeah.
Makes that sound.
Yeah, he does make that sound. All right, Cameron, who do your friends pick? Scrappy-Doo or Woodstock?
The Council of Nerds picked Scrappy-Doo.
Okay, all right. Because as I pointed out, do not understand the Scrappy-Doo hate. I also am going with Scrappy-Doo. Odie, yeah, that's your name. What are you going with? Scrappy or Woodstock?
I'm going to go with Dale Preston, and I'm going to say Woodstock. It was nice in the morning, and it rained in the afternoon.
What is he doing?
He's talking about the concert.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I missed.
All right,
that.
Cameron, Woodstock or Scrappy-Doo?
I also went with Scrappy.
Okay, listen, there may be a tie, there may not be. I think some of these things are pretty. Everyone on the stream, or quite a few people on the stream at 98.9 WRD or the Upstate Pulse. Even though your votes don't count, we want to hear what you think. And Steven says Scrappy. Jeff says Woodstock gets my vote. Robert also said I would pick Woodstock.
On the text line, I just got a message came in. It said Silent Bob is the best sidekick. I would not class Silent Bob as a sidekick.
By the way, I would not class him as an animated.
Well, yeah, there is that
or
as
comic
well.
book or animated movie.
Look, if you're going to go down that route of being like correct and right,
yeah, well, and maybe I didn't explain that. We got new listeners all the time. All right, this sidekicks are for comic books, animated shows, or animated movies.
Yes.
All right, our next matchup. We'll go ahead and do this one, then we'll take a break. Is Tinkerbell. I'm still upset that Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell beat War Machine. I mean, what world? I mean, anyway, Tinkerbell.
It's about who's more supportive.
Yeah, I get
Who
it.
matters more.
I get it. I get it. I still, have some ought against you for that. I guess
there's a few more things
against Little John from the animated Robin Hood, where they were all animals. And
Robin Hood,
Cameron,
walking through the forest.
He does it every time. He does it amazing, by the way. Cameron,
I just want him to sing.
What do you think about this matchup, and why do you like Tinkerbell?
All right.
Don't say Julia Roberts. It doesn't count.
Here's the thing.
Fine, I have another argument.
We're not going by any sort of effective look or anything like that.
It's not like they're fighting each other. It's who's the better sidekick for whoever.
It's about support.
You're right.
Who supports the main hero? And without Tinkerbell, Peter Pan can't fly.
That's a good point.
He's a little boy. If he could not fly, he would get murdered by pirates.
But you could also say that because of Tinkerbell, Peter Pan never grew up. She helped children become orphans.
What do you often call this place?
Oh, this is the home for Lost Boys for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what radio is.
So Peter Pan, you're arguing against yourself.
We were jamming to some Lost Boys on the
that
after
makes
the
sense.
meal there.
But yeah, I mean, she gives a lot of that. She gives a lot of emotional support, and I believe, is just a better sidekick.
All right, so that's who you're going with then.
Yes.
All right, Cameron is going with Tinkerbell. I am going to go with, and I get all you're saying, but in every iteration of Robin Hood, there's a Little John, and Little John is his right-hand man, in this case, right-hand bear. And without him, first of all, we wouldn't get the song that Odie sings all the time.
Fair enough.
That was a cue. I mean, and he missed it. And he missed it.
I knew it was coming there.
I don't think that's noobable. That's just you missed a cue. I got to go with Little John. So we got one Tinkerbell. We got one Little John. Odie, who you got?
I am going with Tinkerbell. You know my obsession with green people.
She's not green.
She wears green.
She is wearing green.
I don't care.
Yeah,
might as well be Irish.
Wow, I went Rob Brown there.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
You need to sit down?
Yeah, I'm good.
Did you fry your vocal cords?
No, I'm good. I'm not yelling yet, but I mean, we'll see. Love you, Rob.
And Julia Roberts.
Yeah, and he couldn't go with it.
Of course.
All right. The Council of Nerds. What did they say?
The Council of Nerds decreed Tinkerbell.
Wow. No tie again. Sorry, people. Tinkerbell now takes out Little John. If Tinkerbell wins this whole thing, we already had Harley Quinn go out.
Oh, we had to tell you.
We had Harley Quinn go out, who I thought was a front runner, thought she had the potential to win the whole thing, and she's out.
Hey, a lot of people went down that we thought were going to make it further.
Well,
like
it's the Tinkerbell, man. Come on. I'm starting to get offended that Tinkerbell's moving through.
I thought we
Why?
had-
This is the Newman for me this year.
Tinkerbell could win it.
And Newman went a long way last year. Well, it was last year, wasn't it?
No, it was the year before.
It was 2 years. It was
Because
still.
we finished it off at the auction.
Yeah, you're right.
Newman was my dark horse.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll continue with the bracket. By the way, the show continues during the break on stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and the X.
Oh, and I have a surprise for them on this break.
98.9 WRD or the Upstate Pulse. You're listening to that show I just said, the Upstate Pulse, right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of pop culture. Surprise, surprise, surprise. What's my surprise?
1 second. Let me get out of this.
All right, now I'm concerned. What you doing? You gonna play Robin Hood and Little John?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's there. Robin Hood and Little John are walking through
not
the
a good key, man.
forest. Shut up!
Little pitchy dog.
Yeah.
Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest, having a know what the other had to say. I've never seen this song before. I know it, but
Hey guys, Odie can read music. Maybe.
having such a good time taking a letter. Oodle-lally, golly, what a day.
You just want to get to the Uli Waddle. That was a
The
song.
Oodie Waddle.
Is it maybe
The
the
Udi
guitar's
Waddle.
out of tune, but it sounds yeah, and it's I think it wasn't a good key for you. So I mean,
And I've no capo and I've nothing.
yeah, because it's usually a deeper or lower rather, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why you show me that? You can show that to him. Don't show that to me. I don't
Show
want
it
to
to
see
me. I
that.
want to see it. Maybe I don't. Just don't show the cameras.
Oh, could he? Robert says in Peter and the Starcatcher he could fly without her.
Oh, this was my friend's response.
Oh yeah.
Stop it.
Oh,
Stop
yeah.
it. See, I knew. What is
yeah.
wrong with you people?
Oh, that's what I do. Oh yeah.
She's not like Una from Legend who could
Oh.
get bigger.
Oh yeah, Una. Julia Roberts got bigger, and
No, she didn't. She
shifted
stayed.
the face off Peter Pan. Shifting is French kissing. I told you that before. She shifted the face off Peter Pan.
I was about to have a lot of questions there.
I don't recall this portion of Hook.
That was the
This sounds like fan fiction. That's what it sounds like to me.
In
It
Hook,
sounds just like fiction.
No.
Was there like an after credit scene
No.
that I missed?
in Hook.
there's an Irish only cut of the
yeah,
film.
yeah, that's what it was.
Wait till we come back because
Is he?
we're definitely
Okay,
talking
Steven
about
says you're right. I haven't seen it in a
Yeah,
long
see?
time. I haven't seen it in a long time, so it's possible. And I am I'm losing memories all the time, so it's possible.
that. Julia Roberts got big and she got the shift.
Stop saying
Stop
it.
saying
Get the
it.
shift
Please
is
stop.
an Irish thing.
Yeah, I get
Yes,
it.
but we're in
We're
America.
in stinking America.
They're not
fella.
going to think it's shift.
Fine.
You guys can't see the I couldn't hear the rejoin, which was Goku and still, and your mom says she's watching, by the way.
I thought you said
Mother
no
is
Kamehamehas in buildings.
I know at home. It's okay to do it at work. I
Who's
mean,
going to fix the hole?
trust me, if I could solar flare some people, I would, without a doubt.
So Stephen says she got the what? Can I explain what it is again? Just once more. In Ireland,
All right,
when you're
hey,
Yeah.
enunciate.
okay,
Enunciate.
when
please.
you're a young man or a young lady in Ireland in and around 18, 19, 20, possibly younger, but we don't condone it, you may
Did you
Look
say
to get-
80, 90, 20?
yeah, 18, 19, 20,
18.
18, 19,
All right,
20.
enunciate.
I'm
18.
enunciating. So
Use a
all know.
British accent.
Yes.
And you will enunciate.
Be as
When
haughty
you're
as-
in Ireland at about 18, 19 or 20 and you're trying to get a kiss from the opposite sex, you call it getting a kiss or getting, going French kissing with somebody.
Well, Harry Potter said that was snogging.
Yeah, you can snog as well.
Okay. all
In
right.
Ireland, we
That
call
sounds a
it.
lot more just like you no, never mind.
Yeah.
Keep going.
In Ireland, we call snogging or French kissing getting the shift, as if like shifting an object. You're moving an object.
Okay,
That's
I don't
still- that's
understand.
still-
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
I lived in
yes.
Ireland for 37 years,
Good for you.
and I
Yeah.
still don't understand
It's-
why
Okay.
it's
sounds-
called.
All right.
It
Getting
sounds
you.
more aggressive than it is.
Yeah, it's all right.
As far as like snogging as compared to
Yeah,
that,
well, neither
So
one
when I
was- There's like a
sounds
difference in-
like something
here's
you
the thing.
should say in quiet society.
One
I
of
don't
the
know.
things that
it
people-
sounds like the bases are more advanced than they are.
one of the things that people used to say, you'd go up to someone
Cameron,
and like, so
stop.
say if I was your buddy, I'd say, "Oh, my friend wants to know, will you shift him?" And then you'd go
Okay,
off a
all right.
But no.
No,
But
can we
the line
please,
I used to use, what I'd walk up to a girl and say, "Hey, I want to know," or no, what was it like? My friend wants to know if you'll shift me, because I'd be talking to her and she'd be. Anyway, it worked in my head. All right.
It probably worked for you, period.
Once or
So
twice.
yeah, I mean, come on.
Uh-huh.
There's no doubt that you at one time had game. Congratulations, sir. Can
Still
we?
do with my wife.
Well, come on. As long
Well,
as
let's face it like this.
you haven't
If
you haven't managed to get the green paint yet. Once you do that, then
Lauren, you're getting green paint for Christmas,
yes, I
darling.
mean, there's
Or
some.
my
that
birthday.
come-
My birthday is next week, so maybe she can get green paint for my birthday.
Oh,
so
there you
you've
go.
won the game, you're just going for the bonus
It's the
objectives
point of
now.
celebration.
Bonus act.
Yeah, green. Yes. All right.
Epilogue.
Let us continue with
Get a cream for that.
the bracket. All right. Let's stop. Come on.
We can't get out of the gutter, Dad.
All right.
He said epilogue.
Yes. Our next matchup
There you go.
is Kate Bishop, who is the sidekick to Hawkeye, going up against Wongers.
Who?
Wongers.
Wongers.
Oh yeah.
Wongers. I mean, it was on that show that you're talking about with the green paint. Wong was a big part of that show, but Wong in the comic books is, of course, the sidekick of the Sorcerer Supreme, and that would be Stephen Strange.
Strange.
So this I think this is an interesting matchup. So Kate Bishop versus Wong. What do the Council of Nerds say?
The Council of Nerds decrees.
I love nerds. It's
Wong.
Wong has been decreed by the Council of Nerds to move forward. Now we will see what the rest of the nerdhood believes will go. Odie, you're first.
After much deliberation upon the task that has been set to me, handed down through generations of nerds, I've decided I shall choose Mr. Wong. I hope it's not the Wong answer.
Oh, very well done, sir. Cameron, Wongers.
We're peeking a little
yes,
bit.
very
Oh,
punny, very
Kate
punny.
Bishop.
Well, after much postulation
Oh, postulate, lovely.
and a vast amount of imagination,
Here, quite so.
I have chosen Wong.
Ah, yes.
All right, so it's a clean sweep. Wong goes through. I feel bad for Kate Bishop, but I kind of saw that one
Oh
coming.
no, Kate Bishop.
Let's see. On the stream, Dave said Hawkeye himself was a sidekick. Was he? No, so he's a member of the Avengers. That doesn't make you a sidekick. It just makes you, I mean, they're all equal members. Robert says Wong. And Trey says Sade had a song, Sade, I'm sorry. About, yes, coast to coast, LA to Chicago. That would be Odie. The next matchup, we can squeeze one more in before our break, is Mr. Rogers versus a bunny. Mr. Rogers versus, okay, Shaggy Rogers. I don't know if you knew that Shaggy's last name was Rogers.
Okay.
You know, it took me a second to
Yeah,
put two and two together.
Shaggy.
I only know Shaggy is coming up on the American Top 40. We've got Shaggy and Mr. Rogers. Same birth.
Yes, we do. Shaggy, Scooby-Doo's sidekick. made pizza that I've always wanted to try. That's what I mean. Some of those pizzas, I mean, I've had chocolate pizza. Never would have thought that was possible, but I saw it on Scooby-Doo and saw Shaggy have chocolate pizza.
It's the power of a certain induced hunger.
Well, or just creative mind. Chocolate pizza was excellent. Back in the day, what was that place we went to all the time down the road?
Pizza Hut?
No, I can't remember the name of it. It had the carousel in it and everything, the pizza place.
What are you talking
The
about?
pizza place
Chuck E.
down.
Cheese.
Oh, Gaddytown.
Gaddytown. Thank you. I'm sorry that I confused you. But
No, you're good. You're good.
yeah, I couldn't remember the name of Gaddytown. It's now a gun place. But it used to be Gaddytown.
It's
They had
become
cho-
so adult.
They had chocolate pizza. So Shaggy is going up against Thumper. The sidekick. Listen, Thumper. What was that word again?
Twitter baited.
Twitter baited sounds like something else. This sounds
That
like
sounds
something.
like Elon.
Twitter baited sounds like something that'll get you arrested.
That's Elon Musk. That's
no,
what he-
no. It sounds like you did what on Twitter? Oh man, that's a cop actually. That's So you don't want to. Yeah. So anyway,
Twitter page.
Thumper versus Shaggy. Thumper's cute and everything, and Thumper was very necessary for Bambi to survive and to show him what it meant to have game. Yeah, that's what Thumper did. I can't go against Shaggy, man. I'm going Shaggy. Cameron, who you got?
I'm also going with Shaggy.
All right, Odie, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Shaggy.
All right, so
Yeah.
Council of Nerds, what did they say?
The Council of Nerds agreed with us.
All right, so it is a sweep. Thumper goes bye-bye like that rabbit I ran over yesterday. I felt so bad about it. That's just first I got a stick caught on my car, and there's no place for me to stop safely to get the stick from out. Then I hit a bunny, and then there were a herd of deer. I looked over to the left of me. How many, Odie, as a hunter, how many deer does it take to make it a herd?
2.
Really? 2? No.
Well, it depends on how good your hearing is and how far away they are.
Well, it takes 2 to make things go right.
There were like
It takes 2 to make it out of sight.
there were 6 or 7
That's a
deer.
herd. That's a herd. Yeah.
Running alongside my car. I thought, I was like,
Did you think you were the dude in Jurassic Park with the Velociraptor?
yeah, it was not. It was but it was 4:00 in the morning. I'm looking to the left. I've already killed a bunny. I got a stick stuck in my car. It's making a loud noise. And there's a herd of deer.
And just remember that 4:00 in the morning last week is not going to be the same as 4:00.
Oh
in the morning next
yeah,
week.
we got to talk about that when we come back. The dreaded time is tonight.
Just leave it alone.
I agree.
Yes.
It looks like it's almost 8:00, but it's really almost 9:00. So I mean, it's because you spring forward.
And fall back.
Yes, that means you try. You saying I'm wrong?
No.
I'm upset about it.
No, you could be right. It may.
I like getting to sleep.
No, it's spring forward. So that means you jump ahead an hour. So yeah.
So you got to get out of bed earlier in the morning.
Right. So when I get up at 4, it's really going to be 3. There's that. Or 3.
I don't know why I'm laughing because I get up at 4:30. So
okay. I get up at 4:05.
I'm not saying when I get up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It varies.
It's a crew of deer. Robert, no, this is a herd, man.
And there's one crew of deer.
Is it a murder of deer?
No, that's crows.
No, it's Gray Court. It could have been a crew of deer. All right. You are listening to the Upstate Pulse right here
Who's off their
on
all
News
brass
Talk.
knuckles?
It's meth deer, which is really scary.
Yeah,
Yeah. They're sporadic. You don't know what they're going to do. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right on News, like us on News Talk. Not the meth, but the
we're not on meth.
But this is normal right here.
Imagine if we do a word.
Let's just go to break. Yeah. I'm not going to do a sign off. Whatever. You talked over the ID. Don't talk over the ID. What are you doing? That's legal. Can't talk over the legal stuff.
Can't go past the post.
What in the world are you doing, man?
What?
Talking over the ID.
I didn't. I
You
said
really
no.
can't. We both heard you talking
No.
over the ID. Yeah.
No, I was talking over the end bit. The ID hadn't kicked in.
The ID had kicked. I mean, we can go on to the skimmer and I can prove that you talked over
No,
the
because
ID.
the skimmer
We
is
have
not
the
working.
tape.
Right. Everything is recorded.
There was a delay.
Was there?
Yeah.
Not on the skimmer. There's not.
They all had grills.
Dave, fortunately, I was not close enough to see that. If I did, I probably would have swerved and went, oh.
I done some time.
You just pull over. One of them pulls up a baseball bat.
I am more concerned when I see that many deer is there's a hunter who's got a bead on them and might see red for a moment.
I see red.
Wow.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, you ain't from around here, boy, are you? Yeah, I am. I live over there. Leave me
I
alone.
live 2 minutes down the street.
Leave me alone. If you don't want to give me a ride, man, I'll just walk.
Why am I doing this wrong? Why is it 10 seconds?
I could give you a Rob Brown Odie answer for both things that you said, but I'm not.
Do it.
No, because I don't think that way. And whoever has a stick in Instagram on this computer are going to get what for from me Monday.
Whoever got this Instagram stuff on this computer, good
This
Lord.
computer is not for that. I'm not have to call a producer meeting. You don't have to be there because yeah. I mean,
I'm only a part-time.
yeah, well, no, because I mean, you would never do this.
Yeah, I would. I didn't, but yeah, I would.
All right, so I guess you're going to have to be at the meeting too. It's
Just
an,
really
it's
talking
an
to yourself.
unpaid meeting, and I expect you to be there 20 minutes early. Yeah.
We can have a meeting here now. Odie,
That's the most manager thing I think I've ever heard you say. And that hurts.
I've been a manager for a long time.
yes, but we can't tell you. No.
It's like, yes, you need to be in this meeting. Why? Because we said so.
Yeah,
Steve.
it's kind of like a dad talking to the kids. Why? Because I said so. There used to be pizza, but not for this kind of meeting.
Oh yeah.
This is a lot of eye contact.
This is not a
It's-
pizza
it's-
meeting.
you don't want that.
Intense
Yeah,
eye
a lot of
contact.
eye contact. I don't have the method that LexCorp has though. Just sitting there staring at you for like 10 minutes, waiting for you to talk first. Yeah, I don't have that. I could do that.
You
though.
could do that.
No, I could very well do that. But talking and making people uncomfortable is more fun for me.
That's more of your technique.
Yeah, I don't want to copy other people's techniques.
You want to be unique. You want to
See, that's a Bob McLean thing right there, Dave. He used to have that on his desk
Yeah, I was about to say.
when he used to be the boss, right next to the grenade. We don't know if it was live or not, but it was a grenade. It was on his desk. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
What a threat that is.
Yeah, I mean, I only got kicked out of there like twice. So, I mean, it's not bad for me.
Steve, if you want to ask that question in about 20 minutes, just saying.
Why can't you do things clean? I mean,
I am doing the clean.
okay, well, you make it sound like it's not going to be clean.
Well, it's going to be on air, so it has to
What?
be clean.
Oh, no. Oh, you're saying during a certain segment.
Yeah,
If we get to it, which we should.
which we might.
Yeah, well, it will be the very next thing. We've got we got 3 more matchups.
Yeah.
So we should.
We should.
I forgot all about the time thing. I think I was trying to block it out of my head.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, we need to talk about Patriot Wear, which we did not last hour. And we're supposed to every hour. I'm blaming you on that.
We can do it twice.
What?
Do it twice in this hour.
Yeah, well, we
and
can
it'll
do that.
make up
It's
for the
like,
last
well,
hour.
well,
Well, we're doing it now, and
we were having technical difficulties,
Yes.
which put our clock off by about 5-6 minutes.
yeah,
And so we're going to make up for it now.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Yeah.
Executive producer decision.
Yeah. That's what we're doing. I have decreed to ignore the email from management because no one reads his emails.
Yeah, we do. We all read them emails.
Thank you, Duna Bros. I did mention it, but I don't know if it was on the air or not. Hey, but he wasn't specific, and our show is also online.
Yeah.
So I'm considering I already did one.
There you go. We've
All
done
right.
one.
All right, so got to do another one.
Got to do another one.
And as most things are bullet points, you're supposed to ad lib, and that's what we did.
Ad libbings. I don't know what a lib is, but we added some.
Yes. I know what a lib is, but we don't talk about that stuff here.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Then
If you say add a lib, you're on the wrong station.
I'm not getting it, but
Right,
fine.
lib short for liberal.
oh yeah,
Okay,
that's the wrong
it's-
station, man.
It's all right.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
why we said. That's why he
It's
said.
Air America, and they don't exist anymore.
You know, up until I started wearing glasses all the time, I always wondered how superheroes got away with their disguise just being glasses. But I'm just like, I look so wrong without glasses.
By the
on.
way, he has witnessed me put my hair up and put my glasses on to disappear.
Yep.
Yeah. And Rob Young from Borderlands Comics and Games has a way of disappearing in a crowd. And it's
I do the same thing.
it is
too.
amazing.
The other thing
He
is
can walk right by you. You don't know it's him.
the other thing is glasses make you seem more civil.
Do they?
Yes. They make me look a lot less
I
aggressive.
don't know about that. I mean,
Well, have you,
You
seen us in
know
the same
me,
room
though.
together?
That's the problem.
whatever the Irish Superman is. I don't know. Welcome into hour number 2 of the Upstate Pulse. Alonzo and Odie and Cameron here. Matthew is not here today. Tim is not here today.
Rob is not here.
Because they're not here. Well, Rob ain't been here for a year and a half. But
Lexcor isn't here.
Rob, yeah, don't you wish that upon
Don't
us.
invoke that.
Yeah, I just Rob Young, by the way, from Borderlands Comics and Games and South Carolina Comic Con, will be here in just a couple weeks, and we will talk all things Comic Con and get the nitty gritty, as they say, on
Nitty
everything.
and the gritty.
I don't know where that comes from, but I'll look it up later because it's a pastime.
Are we hitting the gritty?
We love doing that. Looking up the nit. There used to be a gritty and nitty. Are they separate? Are nitty and gritty separate? But you put them together, and that's
It's
so
like
you're
nooks
getting
and
the nitty
crannies. It's like you're trying to cover all the bases.
That's it. That's a good point.
It actually comes from a French word, and I'm not going to say it on air because it's too close to something that I definitely can't say. And I'm not even going to. No, I'm not even. No.
That's pretty bad.
Yes, we are not talking about that ever again. No.
All right, we're going to get to the Ask Odie segment. One of the questions Stephen asked if Odie's actually Superman, and I have a question about Superman in Ireland, and it'll have to wait though. It will have to wait. By the way, if you haven't went to 989word.com and picked up your Patriot wear, you need to do that because it's pretty cool. You can get the Betsy Ross flag. You can get the Don't Tread on Me flag. You can get some trucker hats, which are my favorite.
Where's my trucker hat?
Love the trucker hats. Or you can get those short caps that Charlie James likes to wear because he got a smaller head and it's good for him. No, it fits his body perfectly.
Yeah.
Whereas I have a large head and I need to have the trucker hat. And the cool part about it is we got you covered either way. If you got a big head, a little head, an in-between head, we've got some Patriot wear for you, and you should check it out. Also, it has a 98.9, 98.9, whatever, however you want to say it,
Logo.
WORD logo on the sleeve. So if you're out and about, people can go, hey, I listen to that station too. And we appreciate it. So check that out. Buy some of the merch. And here's the thing. If you're on the fence about whether to buy the Patriot wear or not, think about it. If you buy a bunch of that, maybe we end up being able to do an Upstate Pulse, some gear. You know, if they say, well, all this stuff is selling out, maybe we should branch out to some other shows, like maybe a Saturday show that's been there longer than any of the weekday shows. Maybe we could do that possibly.
Subtle dig.
Yeah. It's not, it's just pointing out the thing, giving them the skinny, all that kind of stuff. All right. Let us continue with the bracket list. Finish this second round. Tapped my pen and the camera did not go down. I'm so happy about that because dude.
All right.
Dude, really,
all right.
don't do that. Chill. All right. Our next matchup.
Red Rag Bull.
I don't even know what that means. Our next matchup is PJ from Goofy, a Goofy movie. PJ still going strong here. He's Cinderella story because he was a play-in and he's still going. He's made it to this round. PJ is going up against Bulma. Now, Bulma from Dragon Ball Z. Had some disagreements with Matthew about this because he says Bulma's not a sidekick, and she is a sidekick. She's like everyone's sidekick. Now you could say she's a genius, but how often does she build stuff for everybody else? Although that would really make her a sidekick if she did that.
I mean, technically, she does that all the time.
Yeah.
She's got green hair.
She does. And yes. Do not delve into that further because there's some pictures on there that you might have to talk to HR about. So anyway.
It's too late.
Yeah.
They're up there.
Yeah. Well, as soon as you type that in, you're going to see that stuff.
By the way, when you said Shaggy versus the bunny, I had to think for a second. I was like, is he going up against Bulma?
Yeah. Well, he's not. PJ is. All right. Let us go to the Council of Nerds first. PJ or Bulma?
Oh, Council of Nerds. Gotcha.
Okay,
the
you're back in the room.
Oh, yes. I had to
And you're
find my
now
degree.
here.
Yes, I'm here. The Council of Nerds has decreed.
I love the way the Council of Nerds are all from Monty Python.
Well,
They kind of are.
If you've seen them, well, you
They're
haven't
all-
seen them. If you
They're
have
all
seen them,
they're all fans of it, pretty much.
Okay, go ahead.
There's so many. By the way, during the D&D session today, a lot of shrubberies coming after us. So a lot of nice to say knee.
all right.
Anyway, the Council of Nerds has decreed that Bulma is that pick.
Okay, there we go. Bulma is
Neat.
going through. All right, OD.
I know she's got green hair, but I'm gonna go with PJ.
Okay,
Mm.
all right. Cameron.
I agreed with the Council of Nerds assessment. And
All right, so you're going Bulma.
yes, I
Okay,
maintain
all right,
the
so-
call for Bulma.
So we have two
synonyms
Bulmas.
went through my head, and then I just kind of went. Zzz.
We have two Bulmas and we have one PJ. Now, some people are going to say, I cannot believe you're going to do this, Lonzo. I cannot believe that you're absolutely going to do this, especially with the passing of Akira Toriyama. But there are other Dragon Ball Z members on this. Yes, the ultimate, the true sidekick. When you look at sidekicks, I do believe Bulma's a sidekick, but PJ is the wingman. PJ is covering for you when you did something bad.
He's your boy.
PJ's your guy. All right. I'm going with PJ. We have a tie. All right.
How
So-
dare you?
So here's how this works.
Let me refresh.
Text line is 71307. Don't send it now
Don't
because it
send
won't
it now.
count.
Don't
If you send it now,
stop
it doesn't count.
Stop it.
I will give you a countdown. When I give you the countdown, PJ or Bulma,
So-
you will decide who goes through.
Here's the thing. There's a lot of them coming in now, right?
And they don't count.
They don't count.
They
So
don't count.
when you say one, I'm going to refresh that again, and it's the first one I see once I refresh.
No, you
it.
got to look at time.
Yeah,
It
well-
shows the time when it's
Yeah,
set,
yeah,
too.
yeah. But it's
So
me.
look at the time. Does it not say 8:12 up there right now, or whenever the
Says
last one
a
was sent?
second ago.
Okay, well there you go. So
Mm.
go with the time, not the refresh.
Okay.
All right,
You don't need to type in word either. We will get it.
here is your countdown.
Type in flaccid if you want.
Here is your countdown. 3, 2, 1. Is it Bulma or is it PJ? Who is going through in sidekick bracket? 71307, PJ or Bulma? Who is the one going through? You guys got to quit sending things in so early.
And the winner by unanimous vote, because it's the first one that counts. It is
we
Bulma.
understand.
It is
He just made up
Bulma.
a word. Oh man, I'm
It's
disappointed.
Bulma. It's
I'm
Bulma.
disappointed, but I'm not. I mean, I love Bulma. Apparently everyone did. And
Somebody sent in word O.
word O,
O?
like OH or
Yeah, it's
or
like,
just
oh, they're surprised.
IO?
Oh.
Okay. All right.
The
Are
word
you
is,
surprised that we're doing this on Word? We've been doing this for nearly a decade. Or
Oh.
The word
Yeah,
is
uh,
flaccid.
the word is flaccid.
Or possibly
With
my.
C's or
Oh,
S's
my.
or Z's. I don't care what you use. All right. We got 2 more matchups. The next matchup is Pikachu. Exactly. It's Pikachu, who is Ash Ketchum's buddy, his sidekick, his Pokemon, his Yeller, going up against
Don't kill Yeller.
Damian Wayne, who is Robin, who is the son of Talia al Ghul. He is the heir to the demon. He's also the son of Bruce Wayne, and
Is he anything to Raj Al Ghul?
is his grandson.
Ah, okay.
And Damian Wayne is, by a lot of people's standards, the best Robin because he's actually related to Batman.
And I really thought what he did with the Scream trilogy, he turned it into the spoof, and the rest of his brothers, and they all had the.
That's Wayans, not Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Wayne.
I always get that confused.
All right, Cameron, who you got? You got Damian, or do you have Pikachu?
Now look, Damian has caused a lot of problems for Batman. He has probably been the least cooperative Robin since Jason Todd.
Oh.
Who people voted to die?
Yes. Although I do like the character, and in a lot of cases, I understand the character, and when they do character growth properly, like in the animated series and like in the comics, I've seen bits and pieces. But I still got to go with Pikachu because Pikachu is always steady. He always puts himself on the line for Ash.
All right, Odie.
I am going to go. Well, you see, it goes back to when I was like a teenager and an adolescent and hormones racing through my body. And
When he
Jesse
was a
from
young
Team Rocket.
warthog.
Yeah, I heard that in my head too.
When Jesse from Team Rocket
Yeah,
came
yeah.
on. And
All right,
so,
face
big
it. It's
big
yesterday,
tune.
and now you still feel
I
the
don't
same
care.
way about Jesse.
Yes.
So
Okay.
do you have like an R shirt at home? Are you part of
He's-
Team Rocket?
He's
I'm
wearing
wearing
our underoos right now.
Oh, no,
protect the
no, no.
world.
Let's show it to you on the
devastation.
break. Oh, you going
Leprechaun.
Commando? Oh, okay.
Leprechaun
Well, yeah,
underoos.
it's that time of season.
But yeah, I'm going to go with Peek at You.
Okay. Yeah.
Stop it.
Council of Nerds.
The Council of Nerds has decreed
Oh, Lord.
vehemently
What?
Pikachu.
That's not even a word.
Yeah, it is.
yes.
It's definitely a word.
I'm sorry if English is your second language. Maybe you
It
should do
is.
some more
It
research.
is a
upon-
second language. It
upon-
absolutely is a second
But
language.
Greece-
may
Greece
I
is a
also
word.
add the addendum of multiple cheeses would be required to describe their attitudes towards Damian Wayne.
All right, so I'm going Damian Wayne, but he goes down to a yellow rat that shoots lightning out of his butt.
Father, this is indignant.
Yes,
That's
that is
probably what
me.
he would say as
That
he's
is
like
me.
electrocuted.
Yes, indignant. See, kill the music.
Why?
Because we're not going to break yet.
The
I'm
time
go-
is now
All right,
8:16.
all right, all right.
And
We're
I'm-
not going to break yet.
J-
Well, I'm doing the last matchup
Oh.
before we go to break.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we're doing the last
Well,
matchup.
then I got to go find more music.
Well, you can find more music. The last matchup for the second round is Patrick Starr versus Mushu from Mulan. Yes, there's an M in there, and I was trying to go somewhere else. So Patrick Starr versus Mushu. Patrick Starr is SpongeBob's sidekick. I'm going Patrick Starr. Council of Nerds.
The Council of Nerds decreed Mushu.
Wow. Odie.
I like Mushu pork, so I'm going to go with Mushu.
Wow. Cameron.
And for this other swerve, I went with Patrick Starr.
All right, so we have a
Ooh.
tie. Patrick Starr or Mushu.
Stop it.
The text line is 71307. When Cameron gives you the countdown, you can vote. And we're going to go to break and go ahead and play the music. So
Oh, yeah.
text line is 71307.
You can go ahead and read the music.
Patrick Starr or Mushu. Cameron, give them the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
71307. Patrick Starr. You can just say Patrick. You don't have to type in Starr or Mushu. We will tell you who won when we come back from this break.
Mr.
You
Starr.
are listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas. And by the way, if you're on the stream, you're going to find out early who won.
The winner is Mushu.
What?
Did you not get that? Obviously not.
No, that's why we're staring at you.
Mushu.
Ah, okay.
Are you serious? Wow.
I'm super ethereal.
Wow.
Dishonor on you.
Wow.
Dishonor on your cow.
Wow. I am
I feel like the Council of Nerds is like.
Are we
been-
coming back with dun 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 dun?
no, we're coming back regular. We're going to
Okay.
say who the winner was. We're
I
going
like
to check
being
the
regular.
text line. Then you'll be able to hit it.
I like being regular.
Yes.
I feel like you really took the wind out of his sails. That was.
Yeah, he did a little bit.
No,
you know,
he's a little
I'm
aggressive.
I'm in the doldrums, just sitting here, no wind in my sails. I will not find the Forbidden Kingdom. It's gone.
Well, there are sharks circling.
Baby ones.
No, not baby sharks.
Baby, do, 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 do. My wife's gonna kill me. Do, 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 do. Baby shark. Do, 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 baby. Anytime I play Baby Shark, I did. Anytime I play Baby Shark, my wife just smacks me. Turn it off.
I don't know. I just imagine.
Yeah,
her,
I'm
like,
pretty upset about that, Steven.
Look, I wanted Patrick to win too, but
No, it doesn't make sense that Mushu would beat Patrick
But the
Starr.
thing is,
this is another.
that one,
no, I think
3, 4, 5, 6.
I think in my mind, who I think is going to go through has been,
well, the other thing is,
and that's what happens in a bracket. It does.
we have been getting this from different sources and stuff too.
Well, I'm glad we're done with this stinging council of nerds. You guys are watching, man. You let us down.
Yeah.
You didn't let me down. We only differed on like one. So
Where's my song?
thanks, guys. Also, I'd like to mention that we during the D&D session, we caused an avalanche and used an owl to bomb a bandit camp. It was amazing.
But the thing is that like Mushu won. I won't say by default, but it did because there's loads of Patrick Stars, but they came in too early, and Mushu just happened to slip in there at the perfect time.
Well, that's because people need to know how to play the game.
Well, I mean, that's on them.
People want that. I mean,
but we want you to participate, and we appreciate
100%.
it for sure.
But you got to wait for the countdown.
And by the way,
Ball starts.
shout out to all the new people out there, or people who are just coming back because
There's quite a few
we can
people
see the
watching
numbers,
this.
and we appreciate it. We do. And if you are watching my X page or
X won't give it to you.
or my
You did
my
vibrate,
other
you
Facebook
wouldn't.
page,
Open
if
up
you
the
are
door.
making comments, I can't see them until later. So if you want to make comments that we can see, they either need to be on 98.9 WRD or on the Upstate Pulse.
Also, yes, Scott, the owl was a familiar
Familiar to what though?
to me.
Wow.
He was also enlarged. So, big owl.
All parts of the owl?
Yes, all parts.
Okay. All right. Get it ready. I did it. No, I did it.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, well, I did. I'm disappointed in what happened, and it caused me to err. Go ahead, hit me with it. All right, I got noob for the first time in a while, and I deserve it.
What'd you do?
I talked over the liner.
Oh,
Yeah, I did, and it wasn't on purpose. If it was on purpose, that would be different. But I thought the liner was done, and it wasn't.
It was
so-
dolphin, not porpoise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So if you were watching stream, you already know the answer to this. When we went to break, we asked who would win, who was the better sidekick, Patrick Star or Mushu?
And of course, the winner on 71307 was Mushu.
Yeah, it was Mushu. So Mushu goes to me, another upset right there. So here we go. Here are our third round matchups, which we will get to next week. Wonder Girl is going up against Boo Boo Bear. Nappa from Dragon Ball Z is going up against Arthur from the Tick. Barney Rubble is going up against Krillin from Dragon Ball Z. Batgirl is going up against Donkey from Shrek.
donkey.
That's one side. The other side, the one that we decided today, Robin, Dick Grayson, the last Robin left in this thing, going up against Scrappy Doo. Tinkerbell
Yeah, baby.
is going up against Wong.
She's so pretty.
Shaggy going up against Bulma. And finally, Pikachu against Mushu. So there you go. There are our matchups. If you want to be a part of the show, text line is 71307. We know you guys have been texting because you've been participating in this. We appreciate it. Also, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and the X at either 98.9 WRD or the Upstate Pulse. And we love all the new people that are out there, or people who have just been away and have come back because,
Things happen.
You've been doing stuff, and now you're back on the stream. We know you've been listening on the air, and we appreciate that. Do we have any text before we get to the Ask Odie segment?
No.
All right, everything has to do
Everything is with the brackets.
with
on
the
that one, yeah.
brackets. All right, which we will continue next week. Let's get on with some other stuff, including this.
Wait, what?
That's your answer for everything.
I don't know where you got that idea. What the?
Whoa, that's some tricky wording on that question.
What's going on?
Okay, didn't see that one coming.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
All right, this is the segment on shows of Pulse where we ask Odie questions. So if you have any questions for Odie about Ireland or Europe or Australia or anything that's not America, he is the expert on all those things. You got something about Guatemala, he knows Guatemala. You got something about Luxembourg, he can tell you all about Luxembourg.
Indonesia?
He drove through Luxembourg on his motorbike. And-
Motorcycle?
Yeah, motorbike. It was a Vespa, I think. So anything, any question that you have, you can ask Odie, and he will
150.
answer the question. By the way, Steven real quick says, I agree with Rob Brown, but this tiebreaker system needs some tweaking. No, it doesn't.
No.
I am never changing it. Even if LexCorp says you need to change your tiebreaker, I will say not doing the brackets anymore. That's how strongly I feel about this. It is fuel for my soul, the hatred that people have about this tie-breaking system.
Sounds like a bit of tower sitting, if
And
you ask me.
you will,
So does that make you the heel of the show?
again,
or-
as I've said many times,
Top of the
my
heel.
tower is no longer ivory. It needs power washing. But there's ivory under there somewhere.
There's
Well, it's not ivory. It's
lot of-
it's simulated ivory, because we here at News Talk WORD
Well,
99.89.
it's kind of, well, you know, I
Completely
mean,
wrong
it's-
there.
here's the thing. So my ivory tower was made by 3D printing. It's
Oh,
still
okay.
the same thing. It's not actually ivory.
It's
It
the
looks
color of ivory.
it looks like ivory,
Gotcha.
but it's not. And then, you know, pollen. So, which will change the color of something and you think you
That'll
get it
mess
out
up, yeah.
and you can't. All right. So
Yeah.
the first question
So
on
what's that one brown stain like near the base of the?
birds, even
Oh.
though they're not real. All right.
Yeah.
Let us ask Odie a question. My first question for Odie
Sure.
is, so last night or the night before, I don't know which night, Odie jumped back on stage with his guitar, one that was in tune,
Yeah.
and I'm believing that one was in tune,
Mhm.
and sang a song. Before you tell us about that experience, I do want to know, how does it differ? We've already talked about the difference between American audiences and European audiences when it comes to stand-up.
Yeah.
But what's the difference between American audiences and all things the rest of the world when it comes to playing a song on stage?
So I go through, I won't tell a story, but I will. A very good friend of mine, Dana Begay, she asked me, would I play some music with her? She was playing a musical set in McGee's Irish Scots Bar in Anderson. She asked me, would I come and play a bit of music? And I said, you know, I've nothing to do. So yeah, I will. So I went down and she was telling people that she had a special guest and that she was promoting my TV show and she was doing all that kind of fun stuff. And she said, would I get up? And I said, yes, I'll play a few songs. And so the first thing that really shocked the American audience was this voice that came out. Because as I've said before, a lot of Americans said, hey, Odie, you don't look like us, but you talk funny. So they weren't expecting an Irishman to be standing there talking in Irish and then singing Irish songs.
By the way,
So-
shout out to our waitress today because she got everything you said.
She got everything I said and I talked fast.
That's
so, yeah.
amazing.
No,
I've
she was
never
good.
seen that happen.
That was down in Quaker.
Yeah, I left a big tip because of that.
Is that why you left the big tip?
that was
Or
one of
just
the
being
reasons. Yeah, because she was awesome.
She was good. Wait,
Yeah,
I left a
she
nice size
was,
tip as
yeah.
well. So she was good. So yeah, I played music down in I played 3 songs. I just did 3 songs last night as I really wasn't prepared. And it's been 7 years since I played music in front of a big I done a few musicals on stage recently where I played guitar and sing. That's a different
It's
kettle of
different
It's a
when
fish.
different
Sheer.
audience for sure. Yeah.
It is, because you're trying to win the audience because they're talking, they're having fun, they're drinking beers, they're eating food, and you got to get them. And I did. I played Smelly Cat by Phoebe of the Buffets. They were not expecting that. I then played.
That's a good choice, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Was that your first song?
that was my first song.
That's the way to break the ice
Yep.
right there.
It got them on my side.
I often sing that to our new cat.
Mm.
So yeah, I mean, yes.
What are
I'll
they
have to
feeding you?
listen
It's
to that
not your
later.
fault. Then I played an Irish song, Ride On. It was all about horses. And then I
Oh,
finished.
ride as in ride on,
Yep.
not like
Ride
ride on, fight the power.
Ride on,
Yeah,
Fight the horses.
yeah,
And then it was.
It's a bad idea. Don't fight a
Don't
horse.
fight a horse. They're big.
yeah.
We,
Unless you're Mongo.
we have a lot of them.
If you're Mongo, you're good.
One punch.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Can't
And
do
I think
that.
Arnold did that too. And it was a Conan, one of the Conans. Anyway,
Anyway, and yeah, and then I finished up with 4 Non-Blondes and What's Up, and everybody in the bar sang. So I think that worked.
it's one of those songs that I know, but with the title, I don't have a clue.
What's Up?
Yeah,
Okay.
the song.
So yeah, that was
I tried, people.
that was-
I tried to get. Conan Dunabro says Conan was a camel. I knew he
yes,
punched.
he was.
I knew he punched something.
It's so hard to knock
Yeah.
out a camel.
I don't know. I think it'd be harder to knock out a camel. I
Uh,
mean, a horse rather.
Well, I mean, it could be.
Well, the question is the skull? I'd say a skull on a horse is probably more dense than a skull on a camel.
Well, I've had a skull of a horse hit me a few times,
Uh huh.
and it hurts.
Yeah.
A lot.
Those. I mean, horses are pretty dense creatures.
All right,
As far as,
let us get to some of the questions.
Mhm.
Stephen wants to know, what's a group of leprechauns called?
A bar.
Yeah.
You've been waiting all this time, but you delivered.
Yep.
Way to go.
No.
Way to go. Wouldn't it be a pub though?
Anyway, I'm Americanizing it.
You are Americanized. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Scott says, Odie, have you ever been to the Isle of Man? Is
Yes,
it
I have.
true they allow special mini cars?
No, any cars, any
What,
any
is
bikes.
that like a smart car? A mini car?
Possibly minis? Well,
Or
you
is it
get
like a Mini
minis,
Cooper?
Mini Coopers.
And we decree there shall only be Vespers.
Mini Coopers, by the way, surprisingly roomy inside. If you've never been in one,
There is no speed limit on the Isle of Man.
there is not.
No,
And
How
people
big
just
is
end
the
up
Isle
in
of
the
Man?
ocean.
it's quite big. It is quite big. I couldn't tell you square footage, but it's pretty big because they hold an annual motorcycle race. It's the Isle of Man TT. And the lap goes around the entire island, and I think the lap is 11 miles.
So is it weird for you being from a peninsula actually being on an island?
What else have we got on the stream? Scott says, follow-up question.
Well, he's going to snap from that.
I hope so. That's what I'm trying.
I'll peninsula you, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
Do you
vulgar.
think he's just gonna
You keep going.
Peninsula.
All
That's where
right,
I'm-
follow-up question. Odie, have
Yeah.
you ever ridden a horse? Yes, he has.
Yes, lots of horses. My wife is a cowgirl. We have 9 horses on the
When
property.
he says cowgirl, it's rodeos,
Rodeo
and stuff
cowgirl,
like
yeah.
that. And also Odie fell off a horse
Many times.
and like broke stuff and things while filming.
Season 4, episode 9, I think it is, of Vikings. It was on the History channels and all the other channels. You will see a guy falling off a horse and looking like he got really, really badly hurt. Yes, he did. Because he's here talking to you right now, and he had many bones dislocated, broken, cracked. There is plates in my body, and it's not fun.
Is that when the stutter started?
That's when the
Wait, he's
I'm
speaking. He's
stuck
speaking like
now.
a telegram.
On the text line we
Morse
have
code.
on the text line we have, can Odie sing Come On Eileen? No, I don't lean because both of my legs are the same length.
Will you sing something by our favorite Irish singer Bono?
Met the Edge whilst playing. I was busking in Dublin, and I noticed a man. I was playing one of the U2 songs. I was playing With or Without You.
By the way,
often?
really quick,
Yeah,
for those of you who don't know what busking is, it's
begging for music while using a guitar.
No, begging for money with music. Yeah.
You could beg for
So you can beg for
what was
music too.
Can I have some
People
more
can-
music,
pe- no,
please?
people-
Play it with me. I'm so lonely.
Or people can walk by and go, man, if he could only play music.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So I was busking in Dublin playing one by U2, and there was a figure, an ominous figure.
it wasn't
standing
one by
watching me.
Creed. It was
Nope.
one by you too. Okay.
And there was an ominous figure looking at me, and when I looked up and kind of focused on it, I saw it was the Edge, and I was like, "Oh, expletive!"
Did you immediately mess up?
No, because I'd finished the song.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that helps. That helps. No
Yes,
pressure after that.
Yes.
Did he drop any money in the hat? What'd you have? Did you have a hat? Did you have a tray? What'd you have?
My guitar case.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That's typically what-
yeah.
He gave me a solemn tip of the cap to you, sir. And I was like,
that's worth more than
that's
any
more
amount
than
of
goals.
money. Yeah.
when the Edge is looking at you, giving you a tip of the cap, giving you the,
Are you sure it was him? You're absolutely
I
positive.
don't care.
You believe it was him.
It
That's
was-
all that
it
matters.
Here's the thing.
him. Yeah,
It was Bono.
but no,
No, it was Edge.
the Edge.
It was
The
Edge. Yeah.
Wait, is there two different people?
Yes, they are two different people. The Edge is the guitarist. Hey, listen.
Are you not learning the young fella stuff?
Listen, he's not into you too. Okay?
I'm not.
I'm not into him either, but you know,
you're not into him.
You sure?
you too.
I've noticed
That's
some
not how you
chemistry.
act off the air.
Yeah, I mean, anyway.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah,
I have not said this is the music you're listening to, son, and you're gonna like it, and that's how it is because it's my house, and if you don't like that, then you can leave. No, I didn't do that.
you can go where the streets have no name. I will live with or
By the
without
way,
you.
not the I'm not. I don't hate U2, but I'm not. I don't own any of their albums.
I've never been a big fan.
Yeah.
Bono was on stage one night. This is how Irish people work. Bono was
he's
on
overly
stage.
political,
Yes.
and when people are overly political, it kind of turns me off.
This is my Bono impression of what he was doing. Bono was on stage and he started clapping his hands slowly. And he goes, every time I clap my hands, a poor child dies of starvation somewhere in this world. Somebody in the Irish audience said, stop clapping.
Why are you killing them? How dare you? You
All right.
evil monster.
All right, with that, we're going to go to break.
I think we leave it there.
We're going to come back with the Nerd Roundtable.
They rush the stage.
You are
Try to
listening
stop that monster.
to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD. Clap for the children, people.
No.
That was a good segment. Oh, man. I'm a little bit broken after that one.
By the way, I don't dislike you two.
No, I like you too. I've been to see them loads of times.
but I'm not like, oh my God, you two's coming to coming to town.
Coming to the fan.
Oh my gosh. If they came to the fan, I don't know. That would be interesting.
As a lot of people in Ireland
I'll
say,
tell you, Diesel will be like, I don't care about you two.
as a lot of people in Ireland would
They
say,
don't have double bass.
if you two were, they say, if you two were playing in my garden, I'd call the guards. They wouldn't watch them.
How big are Irish Gardens?
Not very.
Okay.
Not
All right.
Tiny. Oh.
Well, on that note, if you
All right. My favorite
I need to do something.
my favorite U2
What
song,
come back with?
Nerd Roundtable. My favorite U2 song is Mysterious Ways.
Well, it's all right. It's all right.
It was, I think, a departure for them. And for some reason, I just really liked it. It was very, maybe it had an 80s sound to it. Maybe that's why I liked it. I don't know.
My favorite.
When you immediately listen to a song and go, I don't know who that is. And then you find out, I was like, oh, okay. Because they've departed from how they normally do things. That shows versatility. And I like that.
I like Viper Dave. My favorite is none of them. My favorite U2 song is Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me. It was off the Batman soundtrack. I prefer the SR-71 over the U2 anytime. I do too, actually, Scott. SR-71 is bad.
Hey, man. Hey, what's an SR-70? Is that a gun?
It's the Super Blackbird.
Oh, okay. It's like, okay.
It's an
flying.
airplane.
All right. Is it stealth?
Oh, yeah. It's really fast as well.
Okay.
And it goes really high, man.
Okay.
Speaking of going really
does it
high.
go to outer space? Because I heard that's not real.
Your buddy's back. Hey, baby. Hi, Noel. How are you? Say it.
Noel. Noel.
Hi, Noel. How are you, man? You're looking absolutely tremendous.
Is this Noel Gallagher? And he just like has a different last name. He's just pretending this is a service.
Oh, you have got to pronounce his last name.
Noel Urel.
Noel Urel.
Daggone it. Noel Urel.
You got it right. Not feeling great. What's wrong with you, buddy? What's wrong with you?
He's missing you.
Loving you.
No.
It's easy
Minnie
because-
Ripton or whatever her name was.
Because you're beautiful. I know.
All right, really quick. We were talking about YouTube before we got into the roundtable, and I just want to say, even though I'm not the biggest fan, I don't hate them, but I would love to go see them in the Sphere, and I would love to be able to afford to go see them in the Sphere.
I don't have
because if I can
$1,000.
afford it, oh no, it's like 50 or 60,000, depending on where you're
Well,
sitting.
it's done now. It's
And
over.
this- okay,
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen that because then I'm rich, and
There you go.
I mean, there's
It's
that
the
too.
implication of being there.
I
that's
see
better
you
than-
two in a Sphere. That means I'm rich. And,
Yeah.
and I'm okay with that. All right. We are in
Imagine you in a tuxedo, a top hat, and a monocle.
I could pull that off, man.
Well,
course you can.
speaking
What-
of that,
what-
someone has asked on the text line, has Odie chased to Green Ferry, which is like the drink for really rich people?
Oh, I thought it was like in the river or something.
No, it's absinthe.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
very thought
Well,
provoking.
you're talking about top hats and monocles and like only
No,
rich
he
people.
was talking about.
I said that.
Yeah,
yes.
it
I said
wasn't
the-
me.
the-
I know it's
the-
hard to keep our
Yeah,
voices
so-
apart.
I mean,
but
that's he sounds more youthful.
Look, sometimes I have to look down on the board and all I can have is what's in my cans, and your voices are extremely
why are you talking
similar
about your cans, man?
Yeah. Why do you need to look at the board to run it?
because I'm simple. Simple guy. Brain doesn't function.
Simple kind of man.
No, you're not simple. We could name all your accolades, but we'd be here for the rest of the show.
Yes.
So we're not doing that.
But we'll just say, why are you here?
Yes, we will say that. By the way,
Irish Mafia.
Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul is coming up, and I was interested.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask this question, and I wish Matthew would have been here for this. I was interested to ask people who are not really sports guys.
Yep.
And I don't know how you are about the martial arts or the squared circle or anything like that. I know you're not a wrestling fan anymore because you watched it when you were
I
younger.
was when I was a kid. I was a big wrestling fan. when I was a kid,
So are you interested in this boxing match?
I used to box. I used to do a bit of boxing.
Of course you did.
That's why my nose is broken. Well, it's one of the reasons of the 4. That
It's
my
pretty
nose is
small.
broken.
It's hard to tell if
I
it's broken or not.
So yes, I will watch the ever living awesomeness.
Yeah, thank you. Because there was I don't know.
You thought I was going to say
Yeah, I know what usually follows that. It's an Irish word.
Yeah. It is, it actually is. I'm going to watch that, and I'm going to be rooting so hard for the mic.
All right, so everyone's rooting for Mike Tyson, but here's the thing, and I've had this fight with Rob Brown from the Rob Brown Show, who exclaimed loudly, even more loudly than he normally does, that Mike Tyson is 57, and my point was so. And I continue to say so. Here's the thing, whether you like it or not, Jake Paul and Logan Paul brought boxing back to the forefront of the youths who no longer cared about boxing. And when they do their matches, those youths watch it. Boxing was dying, nearly dead, and they brought it back to a degree. I don't know if it may still be on its last legs. They're wobbly. The 10 count is being said by the referee right now. I don't know, but I want to see this. It's on Netflix. Netflix is starting to get into live sports, including whether you think it's a sport or not, it's sports entertainment. They will be having Monday Night Raw starting next year. So they're going to do live sporting events, and we are going to see Mike Tyson. And here's the thing. Supposedly Jake Paul has a stipulation in his contracts that you can't knock him out. And what I said on the Rob Brown Show, I will say here on the Upstate Pulse, Mike Tyson can hit you hard enough to want to quit without knocking you out. All right, he could punch you in the stomach so hard that Jake Paul could go, you know what? This was all a ruse.
Yep.
This was all a money grab. That hurt really bad. I quit.
I remember years ago, I was watching something about Mike Tyson, and he was able to punch like back in the day when he was in the peak. Now he's not far off the peak of he's a lot more peak.
Training. He's training right now, and he looks wicked.
He looks good.
When he was like back in the day when he was the big prize fighter, when he was like full peak of his condition, if he was to hit a
before
normal
or
person,
after prison, I don't know.
I don't know.
Before Buster Douglas, for sure.
If he was to hit a normal person that hasn't had any training, he would kill them. One hit. They reckoned the force of his punch was so strong that if he hit them probably in the head or in the solar plexus or somewhere, he could kill them because they measured
There's
his
a couple
force.
people, like I think Michael Spinks and some guys like that, who felt that force and they went night. So
good night and thanks.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to watching that and not having to pay for it.
It's on Netflix.
I mean, technically you're paying for it because you're paying for the subscription.
Look, when you're paying a subscription, you're not paying for it.
Yeah, that's well, yeah, except when they take it out of the bank. And yeah, I am looking forward to seeing that. Something I did today, and I'm gonna throw this in the roundtable because I have never seen this happen before. Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming out in just a couple weeks actually, on the 22nd, which is an amazing day. I can't wait to celebrate that day for that game and for other things. But on the 22nd, it comes out. They've released free on Game Pass or on Steam. You can download the character creator and you can make your character and your pawn. So you're making 2 characters, and
that's before obviously the game comes out.
Before the game's out,
you're not taking gaming time out of it.
Right. So if you buy the game, you jump right in and you're playing a game. You're not spending it. And that's
pretty cool.
I spent maybe a half hour to 45 minutes on each character because this is one of the most detailed character creators I have ever witnessed on a video game. And a lot of people are saying that there are people recreating a bunch of famous people and a bunch of other video game characters. If you look at they did really well. I'm not that good. I recreated myself though.
Yeah.
And it's which I usually do in a video game. It's not bad. right down to my crooked nose. You could put a scar on it. I have a scar on my left knee. I have a scar right on my left knee. Was able to place it on my left knee, put the exact length that is on my real left knee.
That is
Wow.
weird.
You can all the weights and everything, and the lengths are in meters though, and it's metric.
1.82.
Yeah, so I
That's me.
had to figure some of that out, but it is so cool. I mean, like I said, right down to the scars, and you can move the scars to where you want them, center them, and it's nice. So when that game happens in just 2 weeks, and I will be on vacation while that's going on. So I could even, if it drops at midnight, I could be up at midnight playing it, and I can just jump right in, boom, ready to go.
Yeah.
And I've never seen that happen. Do you recall that ever happening before, Cameron?
What, drop at midnight?
No. A character creator being sent out that you can actually do before the game.
No, it is pretty cool though.
It's extreme. I don't think I remember anyone.
Dune Bros, it is Dragon's Dogma 2. It's an open world fantasy knights magic, that type of thing. I played game 1. I don't think I ever beat it, but game 2, the graphics are good. It looks pretty good. Supposedly the frame rates are not defined. I don't know what that means. So it will be defined by whatever your system is.
Yeah.
That's important to him.
It sounds like it's uncapped.
Yeah. That's
frame rates matter.
Did you see the
So when you started talking about frame rates, I
disdain,
was like, oh yeah, frame rates are a little bit out. Okay, and then
the disdain and he side-eyed me because I don't care about frame rates.
Because you think it like makes you some sort of rebel or something.
No, that's not why. I just don't care if it's a good game. And here's the other thing. Maybe it's because I'm old and maybe I can't tell the difference.
I think it is a matter of eyesight, but
What's that, Sonny? You
Yeah,
got a frame
exactly.
on you got
Even
some
with my
race?
glasses on, okay, is that 60 FPS? Is that 3,000 FPS or is that 4 FPS?
it's a
I
matter.
probably could tell 4.
Here's the thing.
I could tell 4.
There are
hold on,
plenty,
hold
there
on,
are
he's
plenty
getting-
of
he's
games
getting
that run.
technical.
There are plenty of
There he
games that run great at 30 FPS. Like
Yeah,
Jedi
Mario
Survivor did that. My eyes just take a minute to adjust when you're playing from one game to another.
I think that frame rates are getting too high because we humans in the real world cannot see in 4K.
Oh, I
We
agree. I
can't.
mean,
I just think they're too big.
here's the thing. If things were running at 60, I'd be fine with just about everything.
Exactly, but they're not. They're going to go up to 120 and
I
they're going to go
do-
higher and higher. and
I
higher.
do run like certain games on my PC at like 120.
All right, so really quick, if
PC gamer.
if you even if you're
I'm
not going
not
to
like
play the
that.
game, if you have Game Pass or the equivalent on PlayStation or you're on Steam, you can download it for free and check it out. And just even if you're never going to play the game, just mess around with the character creator and maybe it will make you want to play the game. All right, we are going to take our final break of the show. When we come back, we're going to hit the lightning round and squeeze in as many things as we possibly can. You're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD. By the way, Noel, I'd buy that pay-per-view.
I wouldn't. He'd kick. And that guy still plays hurling and football. He is fit as all get out. He would wipe the floor with me. No, I love you, brother. We ain't fighting. No.
All right, we'll be back with the lightning round.
I got a shout out to do in a minute.
I'll be your Mickey.
Mouse?
Isn't that? Yeah, exactly. From Rocky. He got the.
Yeah.
I got the reference.
He got the reference.
As a youth myself in college, walking down the dormway hallway, all I heard is, yo, Rock, hey, Rocky. Because people thought I looked like, Sylvester Stallone without the muscle tone and all. And I'm much taller.
Oh, please tell me I started that.
Started what?
The fire.
No, we didn't start the fire.
It was always burning since the world was turning.
Yeah. Here's the thing. If you didn't start it, who cares if you didn't stop the other one?
Stop. Well, you're protesting too much.
What? We're talking about him recording the podcast.
No.
Is there ways to get around that? If
I was talking about the song.
because if you didn't hit record, you can get it off. the
Oh yeah,
skimmer.
no, I haven't.
But then you got to get all the music off.
Well, no,
Even
I-
though the music is supposed. Someone protested all our protests.
Yeah.
UMG and we.
I don't record the music.
I know.
Yeah.
Rob and I were banned in Belarus. We still haven't figured out how we got banned in Belarus. We were coming hard at Belarus. We were coming hard at Belarus and Russia.
We got banned
And
in
Russia we're
Belarus.
fine with. Basically, the axis of evil was banning the show and taking the video. But Belarus, man, we came hard at Belarus. The next day we were good because Belarus don't want that. I mean,
No, they don't.
they don't.
What about Istanbul or Constantinople?
You know, Scott, I didn't see any of that, and maybe the full game has that, but they're fully clothed, and I didn't see anything where you could fix things. Although, you can adjust the sports bra, you can do that, but only
really
to
zoned out there. What?
only to
What?
a certain degree on the character creator.
You see, we were
cannot-
just singing Istanbul and Constantinople,
and I'm
then I
talking
just
to
got,
the
you can adjust the sports bra. I'm like,
yeah, I'm talking to the stream. I was answering a question the stream asked, so I'm actually working. I don't know why you guys are over there. And
I
you
need
sing, by the
Constantinople,
way, you
get the
singing,
words.
no, I'm working because
you
I'm looking
singing
at
that in the
countdowns.
background is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's nobody's business but the Turks.
Anyway, I'm working because I'm watching the countdowns. Because when the
Although I did put
currently on
tattoos
21.
on, and I don't know what the tattoos are going to look like. I can just see them like underneath, and just because I was curious.
Top 10 movies of all time. No, we do top 10s and all that kind of stuff. Sure, you still listen to us. Anyway, in 7 seconds, I have to do producer stuff.
By the way, Point Break, I agree. One of
Great
my
film.
favorite movies of all
2
time.
seconds.
When DVDs came out, that's the first show I got on DVD. That movie. All right, W has spoken. It means it's time to hit the lightning round, squeeze in as many things we possibly can.
Oh, I got to squeeze in a shout out for Olivia and her kids, Ezra and Carter. Hello, and thank you for tuning in. I'm squeezing it in.
No, it's fine.
Oh, that's it done. Yeah.
That's fine. I was waiting until you were done.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
That was not a. That was not a.
squeezed in?
That was not a. How dare you? That
Oh.
was a. Are you done? And you appear to be
Are
done.
you done?
Yeah. So now I'm going
Olivia
to.
and her 2 kids. There you go.
There you go. What up, Olivia? All right. Halloween is coming out with a TV show, and it's going to supposedly start right after the first one, the original Halloween, and it's going to explore other characters and things like that. You guys interested in that?
Not really.
I want to see who they
I
get to
am.
play a young Laurie Strode and a young Donald Pleasance. I mean, just another bald guy, but he looks kind of like. I mean, I don't know.
I'm looking forward to it because I did like the Halloween movies, and yeah, so let's see where to take it.
All right. Christopher Walken says that he tried out
Go on.
for Han Solo.
Really?
That's what he. That's
I
what
can
he's.
do the castle run
that's
in
what he's-
less than 12 parsecs.
And where did trying to figure out who he tried out with.
Ooh, scruffy looking.
It wasn't Carrie Fisher. I'm trying to read through really quick. I had it, and then that was like 6 hours ago. Oh, Jodie Foster. So he tried out with Jodie Foster. So Christopher Walken and Jodie Foster as Han Solo.
I can't
And
see it.
yeah, well, I mean,
This guy walked in and he said something about using the Force, and he was a little bit out there, but I like him.
all right. So, wow, I sound like somebody else when I did that. Fallout TV trailer. Cameron, did you watch it?
Yes, I did.
It looks amazing. You watched it too?
Yes, I
Okay.
did.
All right.
I'm really. I mean, the main character. I mean, I'm really looking forward to Walter Goggins. That's the main reason. Why.
Yeah, him as a
The
ghoul.
ghoul.
Yeah,
Cool. Yes.
By
Yeah.
the way,
very well
there's-
done.
There's a quick interview he had where he apparently fell asleep in the makeup trailer, or like fell asleep in his trailer. He forgot he had the makeup on. He woke up. He scared himself to death.
Yeah, I bet he would. I
He's
mean,
like, "Ah!"
that makeup looks really, really
It
good.
looks, and for them to do it so well, like
And
game original kind of
yeah,
stuff.
and in the trailer, you got to see a little bit of the rad roach as she squished one.
Oh, there's all sorts of.
and we got
beasts
to
in there.
see we got the
Yagwai,
the Yagwai, which takes me back to the incident
the,
of Fallout
never-ending
76
Yagwai
when we were
attack.
playing online.
We
Cameron,
killed like 20.
my daughter and myself, and I still think some guy who worked there just kept dropping
It could have been a
Yagwai in
game
on
dev,
us.
to be honest.
Yeah, because I mean, we'd walk around. There's another
the
one.
road was littered
It
with
was-
Yagwai.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Can I just ask one thing? When you first played Fallout and you saw a Night Stalker, or not a Night Stalker, and
Deathclaw.
a Deathclaw, and you walked up to him like, oh, look, what's this young? And oh.
By the way, the first one I played was Fallout 4. So you don't see a Deathclaw till you're standing up on the tower looking down with a minigun. And well, no, actually,
Yeah, no,
it comes out of the ground. Then you run and
As
try
it's
to get away.
killing all
Yeah,
of the rest of
yeah.
the bandits that you were
You're just
fighting.
looking
I've since then learned that if you have a nuke, you can throw the nuke on the road from the tower. It will make it come up. Then you can be on the tower and just shoot it with the minigun,
Oh,
and it can
nice.
never get up where you are.
Ah,
There are some tactics. been playing it for a while.
Not being touched is a good tactic.
All
when
right,
it comes to that.
the guys who have been
Don't
being
touch me.
interviewed for the show
Mhm.
keep saying this is Fallout 6. They keep saying this is Fallout 6. They keep saying this is Fallout 6. Take it as you will.
Fallout was Fallout 4.
All right,
then-
Fallout 5. I
Fallout
keep
5.
saying
Yeah.
it wrong.
I was trying to give you the eyes of like, what,
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
what?
Yeah, because it was Fallout Vegas.
Fallout 6 sounded better.
Fallout Vegas
yeah,
was
it's
the
Fallout
first one,
5.
yeah.
Fallout 5. Wow. You know what? Noob me for that.
No.
I
Okay.
noob me for that. I deserve to be noob
I
for
have
that.
nowhere to put it.
All right, never mind then. Don't worry about it. You owe me a noob. I owe you a noob next week.
All right, so
All right, if you remember, because I ain't about to remind
nah,
you.
I won in the bag.
All right, there is going to be a Pop-Tart movie.
Why?
What?
Yes, a Pop-Tart movie. It is a Jerry Seinfeld movie, comedy
So-
movie from his stand-up. In your stand-up, was there ever something in your stand-up that you thought could be a movie?
Yes,
Okay, well, same with him.
but
Um,
it'd be on a certain internet
Why,
station.
why did this stand out to me? Because Hugh Grant is going to be in this movie,
Oh, whoopsie daisy.
and he's going to be playing Tony the Tiger.
That's
What?
because he's
Yes,
great.
he's going to be a washed-up Shakespearean actor whose only job he can get is playing Tony the Tiger.
So he's Hugh Grant.
Yeah, pretty much. So
No.
I'm kidding.
You need to watch
I've been loving him
The
lately.
Gentleman.
you also
Gentleman.
need to
He's
watch.
Gentleman.
He
You need to
also
watch
is in
Willy Wonka.
Wonka.
Yeah,
And he's also
Oh, he
in
was.
the D&D movie. He was fantastic
Yeah.
in the
the D&D movie
He
is
was.
amazing.
He was good.
All right, so here are other stars in that movie, the Pop-Tart movie. Melissa McCarthy, Jim Gaffigan, Amy Schumer, Hugh Grant, and James Marston will bring the story to life. It's supposed to be the log line of the movie reads: Kellogg's and Post, sworn cereal rivals, race to create a pastry that will change the face of breakfast forever. A tale of ambition, betrayal, sugar, and menacing milkmen.
Menacing Milkman?
That's what it says. That's what it says.
The text line
I hope
71307.
Newman shows up as a milkman.
Newman. The text line 71307 is blowing up about the Monkey Man movie. What's the Monkey Man movie?
I don't know what the Monkey Man is.
I don't know what the Monkey Man
Is
movie
the next
is.
Kong movie, maybe?
I don't know. Text me in really fast and let me know what it is because we're about to go off in
that's
about
what
3
I'm-
minutes.
I mean, we got a little bit of time. We do.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes.
just a little bit of time. By the way, Last Airbender, we've watched the first 3 episodes. It's very difficult to watch a live action show with someone who is so into the anime or
I know who you've been talking
animated,
about.
who makes faces and can't control himself, what he likes or doesn't like, what they're doing on the live action screen. Someone may come to mind.
I don't know who that would be.
Cameron.
Yeah, it's
What?
It rhymes with that. Yeah, that would
I
be Cameron.
I just think mom should stop being so hardcore about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, you know, when she's into something. All right. The guy who played Juggernaut, Vinnie Jones,
Juggernaut.
was asked to make a cameo in Deadpool 3, and he said no
Oh.
because of how hard it is to get in and out of the outfit, and that you can only drink through a straw and you can't pee. And he also said the real reason why he's not playing is they didn't have the budget for him. So he would have did it if the price was right.
yeah.
But he couldn't do it. He could not do it.
Yeah.
We got just enough time to tell you South Carolina Comic Con's coming up in just a couple of weeks. If you haven't got your wristband tickets yet, you can go to Borderlands Comics and Games, which is open 7 days a week, and go ahead and go ahead and buy it there. So when you stroll up to Comic Con, you can just walk right in, throw your arm up. You already got your pass on your arm and go right in and see guys like William
Us
Shatner.
And us.
And yes, we will be there.
We will be there.
We will be there for sure, both days, and probably we'll be there this year. We're going to talk to Rob about this in a couple of weeks.
Doing
when
a
the
live show
when
there?
no, we can't do that.
Oh.
When it's over, so we can't do it.
it.
Seeing the cosplay contest, a bunch of you come up and talk to us last time. We for sure will be there watching it again.
Come and say hello to us. We're very friendly.
Thank you to everyone who participated in the bracket today, who watched the show, listened to the show, and we will be back next week. Make sure you have a good weekend, even if you didn't plan on it. And goodbye now. So,
Right
so
up to it.
I mean, you know, unlike I hit that post, man. I was just like, I go right up to it, didn't go past it. Just hit that post.
What do you want? A medal or another award?
Well,
for your trophy of awards.
I have many awards.
Your wall of
I
trophies.
do.
That's
at
the
this
word
I
point.
have many awards. I do. I only got a couple of trophies because
You
the
want a
stars of the show get the trophies.
for your
I get a participation piece of paper, but at least I have a
You
stack
get
of
the
those.
certificate.
Yeah,
Don't
I
you
do.
feel
I
so
do.
good?
But I am in the annals. of-
You're in the annals of
I've
America.
often
the
found myself
annals
in the
of
annals.
South Carolina Broadcasters Association forever.
Tinkerbell forever. Viper Dave, I love you, brother.
It's hard to get
Tinkerbell
out of the
forever.
annals.
Whatever, man. All right. Odie, yeah, that's your name. Say
Yeah.
goodbye.
Slán Awalia.
That is so weird. Cameron,
Yeah.
say goodbye in German.
Auf
I'm just
Wiedersehen.
saying.
Okay.
I
there
got
you
it before.
No, you didn't. I got it before. I got it. I
How
stuck it in
dare
there.
you?
I stuck it in there just before you had a chance to say
go.
it.
Play the movie.
Don't
yeah.
try to get ahead of me in this.
Auf Wiedersehen.
It is very
All
rude.
right, we are going to the club now. I will say goodbye, and we are about to get our booty groovy on.
I could play the
Where's
club
my
music.
turtleneck? I
Do
need
you
my
want me to play the
turtleneck.
club music while we are going?
No,
I could
do
do
not.
it.
I just want you to hit. Well, I'll do it. I guess.